Some photos of some action from the past. Whoa. What's the average age group that attends this event? Okay, so let's just compare. Or I'm Mike Dimas, and this is Pinball Shenanigans. Alright, welcome back, boys and girls, to another episode of Xenon. I believe this is going to be episode number 9. Quite the number of episodes as I slowly pluck away at this bad girl, I guess. So, as you can see, I got a little head start. Today is Operation Pop Bumpers, which works out well because I got myself a little package in the mail today. Let's go see what I got. A little box of Xenon awesomeness. Ooh, orange pop bumper skirts. Translucent blue flipper bats. That's gonna look friggin' cool. Oh yeah, some of these beefier screws. Number 8, half-inch sheet metal screw. Is that what they're called? No, yeah, sheet metal screw. Let's, why am I so zoomed out? Here we go. These are good to have. I just got a 20-pack. Was it 20? Yeah, it was. I probably should buy 100 of those, but whatever. And, yeah, this is nice. All my posts, they look to be a good color. Match the flipper bats. So that's all I need. Oh, the last thing I pretty much need to do to Xenon is to send out the soundboard. So I should really do that sooner than later. What do we got going on here? Saratoga Pinball and Arcade Show. Saratoga. My geography's shitty. Is that in New York? Haha. What do you know? I cheated. Okay, so New York, Saratoga Springs. Interesting. Some photos of some action from the past. Whoa. What's the average age group that attends this event? Come on, why don't you focus? Anyway, okay. We got a flea market, free play, 50 games, tournament, $15 admission. Pretty cool. What else do we got? Oh, just my bill. We don't need to see that. Oh, and also, I picked up 500 LEDs. My buddy Corey, London Pinball, he ended up with an abundance of LEDs, 1,000 of them. So I bought 500 and Kevin bought 500. But what he didn't tell us was that they kind of got a fatter profile. And they may not fit into all holes. So we'll see how these go. I'm sure I can make them work, but they're all warm. So 90 cents each is not bad when you buy in bulk. So I can live with that. No, delivered right to me as well. So, you know, shipping included. I can handle that. Okay, so let's just compare. And we won't probably have a use for those tubes. Actually, we couldn't even use them if we wanted to. I think they were just to add color to the light bulbs and also direct the path of the light directly up to the plastic. Because the plastic, I believe, yeah, look at that, 1, 2, 3, 4, illuminates like so. So, yeah, it'll be fine. We don't need our old tubes. But I'm going to at least do all the pop bumpers before I complete the playfield, because this is the lesser fun, really shitty, gross, nasty lamp socket work. So I'll do all the I'll eat my nasty dinner before I have my fun playfield dessert. You know what I mean? installing all the posts and the plastics and the rubbers, the tightened silicone clear. Yeah, that's the fun stuff. Rebuilding pop bumpers is gross, but time to do that. I've removed one. That's as far as I've gotten. So I'll be back. We'll see how orange looks. Well, I guess I should have showed you the before, how crusty everything was, but maybe I'll do that on the next one, but I'll show you the after now. So this is just the parts cleaned up a bit, a lot better. These are all the parts that are going to get a new fiber yoke, metal yoke, sleeve, and socket. And here's the old sleeve. You can see it's slightly darker. The old yoke, metal yoke, has got a broken leg, and the fiber yoke is pretty worn down where the spring was. So, pardon me, I'm making a mess as usual, and I feel like it's going to take me an hour, a friggin' pop bumper. The rate I'm going now. This coil was black. Looks like I should clean in there a little better too. And the spoon was black, and the switch was adjusted to all hell. Like this was like way up here like that. So someone was clearly trying to get the pop bumper to work. And tried to clean up a little bit of the playfield too, some of the dust. I marked the spot where the old switch was, just to see if you know, because if it was in a good spot, we'll try and keep it in the same spot. Start with that and then adjust from there. And yeah, so give me an hour and I should have this guy installed, you know. Then soldering the socket on this angle is not going to be very simple, but we'll see. So lots of work ahead of me for these silly pop bumpers, but it'll be nice when done. Well, I guess I should have added the other parts into the last clip there, but ring and rod, body, spring, base, and new skirt, new socket, old skirt, and old socket. Oh, gesundheit. So yeah, lots of parts to deal with, but it is time to assemble, so we'll see how this goes. Pop bumpers, assemble! Okay, so the soldering of the new sockets didn't go that bad, actually. I think we're solid. And I positioned the switch. The cool thing about the orange skirt is that you can see where it rests. And if you position it directly in the middle, then that's ideal. That's where you want it. And it's much easier to see than like white on white. So that's kind of a bonus. And yeah, so I'll install the rest. All right, don't worry, I'm not going to show you this 4 times over for each pop bumper, but number 1 is complete. Okay, all that's left is adjusting the switch, which I will do shortly, and showing you what the orange skirt looks like. Can I do that without breaking things one-handed? Maybe. Let's see if I can pull this off. Uh-oh, already feeling the sketch. Already feeling the sketch. Okay, I'm gonna pause. Okay, I haven't really looked yet. Let's go check it out together. Yeah. You know, it doesn't really match any orange on the playfield, but it does add a nice little splash of color. I think I like it. Cool. So I'll adjust that guy and throw in an LED, maybe one of those fatties. No, I won't bust into that bag until I'm ready and I have to. But yeah, all right. Rinse and repeat. Maybe I'll show you one before pop bumper, because they're pretty nasty. And this one is in the middle. I guess that one gets kind of the most action. This one probably the second most action, so this one should be pretty filthy. I'll show you that one. But yeah, I like it. Just need another 3 hours to finish the others. Alright, here is the before on pop bumper number 2. We got a crappy skirt. I think I can, as long as the body's not broken, I will clean this up. And as long as the base isn't cracked, I will reuse that and clean that as well. And here we have black spoon. Ooh, look at that. And here we have black pop bumper mech. And I just noticed it is not the original coil. This was sitting like this, right? So I didn't realize that until I pulled this down. But it's the correct coil, and it's fine, I believe. I think I tested all solenoids, so I will leave that. 26-1200, same as the other guys. There we go. That's the before that I am going to deal with. I'll clean up the carbon a little bit around the bottom side there, and yep, keep on plugging away until I am finished, which could be forever. This time around, when I cut the old lamp socket legs off, I left a little bit hanging here and a little bit hanging there, so I can maybe overlap the new legs onto that spot, and it'll maybe make my life a little bit easier. The other one, basically the legs are not quite as long, so the end of the leg just reached the edge of the ground wire there, so I was able to bridge that nicely. And same with this side, this leg just made it to the ground strap. So that's why this time I left me a little bit of old leg to solder upon. I think that'll be a good strategy. And I dremeled those nice and shiny. And look, you got to do the same for your lamp sockets. Look at the difference. You got to dremel those bad boys, polish them up, and the inside as well. Yeah, much better. Pop bumpers, assemble. Alright, the soldering for that lamp socket went pretty good. Pretty happy with that. So, moving on. Alright, 2 pop bumpers done. Stuck in a couple LEDs. What do you think of that? I like it. So, let's see what it looks like with pop bumper caps, because it's pretty blinding right now, really. I haven't cleaned these up yet, but let's put these on, dry fit them. There we go. Yeah, I think that'll look pretty cool. Excellent. All right. I may quit for the night and come back and do the other 2 tomorrow. Or I may putter a little more. So either way, we'll see you soon. Alright, I couldn't help myself. I started installing blue posts. Haha, don't they look awesome? And cleaned up the 2 pop bumper caps. Installed those. More posts back there. Still got a bunch to go, but I'm going to wrap it up for tonight. And I will continue on tomorrow and finish off this episode. So, in theory, should be all posts and all pop bumper caps complete by the end of this episode. So, we'll see you tomorrow. Okay, I'm back down in the basement, and I started by finishing off all of the blue posts. So, what I'm going to do is actually install all of my rubber, because that is fun. And then I'm going to do the last 2 pop bumpers, which is not so fun. And then I'll have to check, make sure they work as they should. But yeah, let's get doing that. Alright, just finished with all the clear rubber. Adjusted all my slingshot switches. All 2 of them. I was going to say all playfield switches, which there really is actually only 4. There's these 2 up here. But I think it looks awesome. Oh, let's see what it looks like with this light off and just the regular lighting. Ooh, that looks cool. Maybe we should go into lamp test so we can get all the lights going. Here we go. Yeah. Good choice. Blue posts, clear rubbers. Well worth the wait. LEDs look great. Now this thing just needs a hard top. Oops. Pop bumpers, assemble. Number 3. Alright, pop bumper number 3 is installed. It's starting to look really good. 1 more to go. But before I do that, I might do some other fun stuff like install a few plastics. Yeah. But before I install like slingshot plastics, I must test the switches. And while I'm at it, I could test these pop bumpers too. Spinner's hooked up, spinning well. I can see myself throwing some super lube on that soon. So how's that sitting? Oh, I see. This gate here is a little cockeyed. I might have to straighten that out a little bit, but not bad. Okay. 1 more dreaded pop bumper to go. Then, you know, I gotta install my new flipper bats. And then, you know, it's kind of smooth sailing after that, really. It'll come together pretty quickly very soon. So, it's happening. Okay, just doing some testing here and figured you might as well check out the action too. Can't have all this fun by myself. First thing, you can see, oh, I got a bulb out. You can see this major flickering going on here. It's more like flashing. Maybe it's not flickering, but I think the Siegecraft adapters, when I get those, will smooth that out a little bit. But yeah, so I was just testing, you know, slingshots before I put on plastics. Oh, see, it's a little bit machine gunny. Oh yeah, I put on some plastics. Looking good. It would be cool to have orange rubber post caps instead of white, because the white doesn't really match the clear, but oh well, kind of blends into the white art of the plastic. But yeah, so pop bumpers seem to be good so far. Oh, who's machine gunning? Bottom one, machine gunning. A little bit machine gunning this guy. So these 2 guys need to be adjusted. This switch doesn't appear to be doing anything right now. And this switch here also doesn't appear to be doing anything. But that kick out works. Happy with that. All my drop targets are scoring points. And yep, they all seem to be happy. These little rollovers, they also control the drop target. So watch drop target number 1 when I hit this rollover. And number 2, and number 3, and number 4. So those are all good. Oh, and these 2 rebound switches, that's giving 30 points. Oh yeah, I was testing with the ball, by the way. That's how you want to do that. And they're working just as you want them to be nice and sensitive. So is this one machine gunning at all? See, that light there is a little bit flickery. No, that's not true. That's what it's supposed to be doing. That one has the Siegecraft adapter. So yeah, I think this switch works. This switch works. Just not sure why this isn't working yet, and this isn't working. I'll check them in switch test, but I am definitely procrastinating this pop bumper. But like I said, now that that's almost done, things are moving along quickly. I might install my Xenon tube. I was installing this like shroud that goes over there, but it was actually, this is the shroud here, it was pressing on to the switch itself and causing that arm to get jammed. So I have to figure out what the heck's going on with that. Why is that doing that and it wasn't before? And yeah, so getting close to finishing with the plastics and switches. I'll do a couple more adjustments and then add these plastics. And I don't have this one screwed in yet because I wasn't sure if I needed access to in there for the tube. So, all right, almost done. Okay, I cheated. I didn't get around to the fourth pop bumper just yet, but this is all the old nastiness. And by cheating, what I mean is that I pretty much installed everything. Take one last look at all the wonderful old plastics. Bye bye. And here we go. We are pretty much fully assembled, except for my one pop bumper. But let's see, for the first time, even me, what everything looks like. Powered on. Got the apron. Back corner plastic on. Yeah, look at that. The tube. How's my tube lighting? Is it all working still? Gotta straighten that guy out a little bit. Yeah, all my tube lights are working. I got this shroud positioned so that my switch is not getting jammed. And this switch and that switch do work in switch test. I adjusted this pop bumper. I adjusted that slingshot. I cleaned up the drop targets. And yeah, how does the Xenon tube look from here? That looks pretty cool. I think it would be better in blue LEDs or maybe even red. No, red doesn't really make any sense, but blue would be cool. Did I tighten that? Yeah, okay. Remember I thought there was a screw missing? Well, it was not a screw missing. That's where this screw goes. This whole thing is a little bit of a pain to install, actually. But, and I switched my tube back around and put the crusty spot under the little fork because I feel like if I put it under a fresh piece, that a new piece might break off. So if the old original piece breaks off, that's okay, because there's a little bit of tension. There's kind of like tension fit in there. So I am happy with that. So that's pretty much topside complete, isn't it? I could use some nice custom apron cards. Shout out to Henry. Hope you are doing well in your new location. I think you said Windsor, the new job. Haven't talked to you for a little bit, so just in case you're watching, shout out to Henry. Thinking of apron cards. But yeah, so what's left? Oh, the flipper bats. I think the flipper bats and the pop bumper will be another episode. I think we might go orange or white rubber on these guys. We'll see what looks best. Anything else? I'll have to sort through all this crap. That's the easy stuff. Install new balls. Figure out what I'm doing with the Xenon Bible. And yeah, some miscellaneous electronics that came with it. I'll stick them in my electronics bin. But yeah, I am nearing the finish line. Oh, I gotta send out the soundboard. That's a big thing. And install the back glass. So maybe a lot of that will come together on the next episode, which is nearing the finish line. Is my soldering iron off? Yes, it is. Okay. Very cool. Well, I'm happy with how this has come together so quickly. I thought I was just going to finish off the pop bumpers tonight, so surprising progress. Anyway, that is the end of this one. Appreciate you coming along for the Xenon ride. We'll see you on the next one. All right, pop number